That's why I called him up. I told him we got to save this practice. I think at the end we saved it some, but that's where, you know, as a coach, you realize, and you're always nervous about that. You know, a couple good practices in a row, and all of a sudden, guys just think just walk out here. That's not how football is done, or practice or played. So I think the message was taken well. We got enough good leaders on here that they said it before they broke. Hey, we can't allow this to be our personality. So.
What did you like about today?
Well, you know, I think what we try to do is simulate somewhat of a game. You saw a lot of special teams being involved when we were doing series. What we did as well, we put some of the 2s against the 1s because we wanted to see some things. And I told them, I said, that's going to happen in the game. I said, somebody may go down, and you got to realize something. You go in the game, you're a starter. Doesn't matter what year you are in school, doesn't matter how many reps you have, there's only 11 starters, and you got to go out there and act like that. Our standard of play can't go down because there's a guy in there that might be a freshman or a sophomore and doesn't play a lot. There's only 11 guys. When he goes out there, he's got to play like a starter, and he's got to act like one too.
How do you feel like communication was offensive defense?
Yeah, you know, good. I mean, offensively, those guys have been together, especially that first three. He had some trouble. Like, I'm not making this up. You guys saw we couldn't. Poor quarterback. I mean, he couldn't get the ball at halftime. He needed to be 16. Osweiler needed to come back. He had some of those snaps. I got to tell Brock, hey man, we could have used you tonight. But that comes too. You know, guys got to go in there. If the ball goes down, and he's going to be fine. But he's got to play. And so you find out a lot about guys. But I think it's an experience that he probably needed, and he'll get better from it.
Are you concerned about Tyler Wiley?
I'm always concerned when guys go in on the cart, you know, but we don't know the likelihood of what has happened. I don't want to jump to conclusions. And the guy was really coming on too. You know, you hate to see guys get hurt like that and have to be carted off. So we're praying and we're hoping for the best. But I don't know. I can't. You know, I don't know exactly what's going on there right now.
Herm, are you where you want to be 3 weeks from opening night?
Yeah, I think for the most part. I mean, you know, you put in a new defense in the spring. I think now, for us, it's more of really finding out what guys' strengths are so we can build it around there. I've got a pretty good feeling what the offense can be, especially with all those guys staying healthy. I think there's a lot of competition at different receiver spots. We got to figure out who the 3 backs are going to be. We got to bevy the backs. We know who the 1 guy's going to be. 3's going to be involved. We know that. And then there's some young guys. Floyd is kind of flashed, the JC kid. I know you guys have watched youth number 2. He's kind of flashed some at the wide receiver. So we've got a crew of guys. It's just a matter of how we're going to use all of them. Defensively, kind of the same thing. You know, there's some young guys over there that every day they seem to get better. But it's like anything. That defensive system is a little bit complicated because of all the things we do up front, the coverage combinations we have in the back. So some of these young guys, the freshmen, were here in the spring, so they're kind of learning it. And they've done a pretty good job, really, when you think about having, what, I don't know, maybe 8 practices. So why you get practice football. It's the greatest game ever invented because you practice more than you play. And that's how you get better.
Coach, sometimes the defense carries the offense through until they catch up. You think this should offense may have to carry the defense through until they get
This offense has been carrying this team for a long time, and we're trying to catch up, and we have to catch up. If we're going to be better in the Pac-12, we're going to have to play better defense. And they've improved some. The numbers bear it out. I mean, you look at the numbers, and we're not very good. And so we've got to improve on that, and that's our mindset. And the players, they know the numbers. I showed it to them. It's very critical. He says, this is what it looks like. We have to improve every year.
Chase Lucas, didn't see him tonight?
I had some family's deal. He's fine. He's okay. He's okay. He's good.
You've been in this game a long time. Have you ever had a first scrimmage like this where you walked away thinking like, wow, we looked really sharp, or is that just kind of the nature of this of first scrimmages?
Yeah, you know, it's football's funny. You know, you look at practices and you've been enough and you say, we really did good, you know. And then the game starts to go, ooh, what the just take it for what it is, you know. And coaches always the film never lies. So sometimes you'll leave practice and you'll actually say, man, that wasn't very good. And then you look at the tape and you go, yeah, we had probably 75 plays tonight with special teams, maybe 80. And there's a couple, because you always remember like the ones that weren't correct, right? That's what we do. And we harp on those, and before you know it, you go, you know, actually, it was okay. You know, the thing you look at football is very simple. You can't give them talent. You can't correct that. You can correct errors, mental mistakes, alignment mistakes. Now the problem is you don't want to have to continue to correct those. That means they're not learning. If they're not learning, we're giving them too much, or we got to teach them another way. Talent-wise, when you get some matchups, you saw it tonight. Herm Edwards is on the kill. He got perfect coverage. Can't cover it any better than that. One catches the ball. Well, that's okay. You got to live with that. That's just what I call ball, you know, and that's football. So you have to live with those things when you get two athletes competing and one guy's going to win, you got to live with it.